The stars hung silently over the edge of a dying system, their light faint and cold. A salvage crew from the Varelian Guild coasted through the darkness, scanning the debris field near a collapsed neutron star. The crew had been out here for weeks with nothing but broken rocks and shattered probes. Morale was low, sleep was hard, and boredom had set in like frostbite. Then came the signal. It wasn't loud, just a pulse. One every 47 seconds. Almost like a heartbeat. It didn't match any modern beacon. It was old, very old. The tech officer, Sarl, stared at the screen and frowned. "Captain," she said, "we've got something weird." Captain Iroth leaned over her shoulder. "What am I looking at?" "A distress signal. Human. Pre-fall. This is over 300 cycles old." Iroth blinked. "That can't be right. Humans didn't have outposts this deep. They died off long before our charts even marked this sector." Sarl nodded. "That's what makes it interesting." The crew of the Wanderlight changed course. As they neared the source, their ship lights swept across a shape, vast, angular, and silent. The hull was black as obsidian and 10 times as long as their vessel. No markings, no lights, no movement, but the pulse kept coming. Sarl whispered, "That's a warship." Iroth exhaled slowly. "And not just any warship. That's human-made." They circled the derelict ship, eyes wide with silent awe. The ship had no nameplate, no visible weapons, and no damage. It looked asleep. They found a docking port and latched on. Iroth took a small team inside. The airlock responded, hissing open with eerie ease. The corridors were spotless. No rust, no decay, just silence. The walls were lined with strange panels, switches, and displays. Dead but waiting. Felt like a tomb. Or a museum. "Everything's powered down," said Wren, their engineer. "Like it was shut off clean. Not damaged. Not sabotaged. Just off." They moved deeper into the vessel. It was unsettling. Too perfect. The crew quarters still had folded uniforms. A half-solved puzzle lay on a rec table. In the galley, plates were stacked neatly in cabinets. Whoever had lived here hadn't fled in a hurry. They'd vanished quietly. In the control room, the main console blinked slowly. Just one light. Waiting. Wren moved toward it. "I think I can access this." Iroth hesitated. "Is that wise?" "It's already pinging us," Wren said. "Whatever it is, it's been calling out for 3 centuries. Someone should answer." He placed a gloved hand on the screen. Came to life. Every light in the room lit up at once. The walls glowed softly. Screens flickered. Systems came online with a rising hum, like a giant breathing in after a long sleep. "Captain," Sarl's voice shook over the comms. "We're reading energy surges across the whole vessel." "Stand by," Iroth replied. "We may have triggered something." Then the screen shifted. A single word appeared. One that none of them understood, yet it translated easily across all their systems. "Titan." More words followed, cycling too fast to read. "Ship's identifying itself," Wren said. "Designation, EDF Titan. AI status, wait." He leaned closer, eyes narrowing. "Captain, this isn't just a ship AI. This is someone." Iroth frowned. "Explain." "There's a preserved human consciousness in the system. Not data, a living mind, in stasis, still functioning." "You're saying this ship is alive?" "I'm saying it has a person inside it." That's when the voice spoke. Female, calm, tired, electronic, but not cold. "Identify yourselves." The crew froze. Iroth stepped forward. "I am Captain Iroth of the Varelian Guild salvage team. We mean no harm." Silence. Then the voice again, sharper this time. "This ship is a Class 7 combat vessel of the Earth Defense Force. If you have hostile intent, you will be neutralized." "No hostile intent," Iroth said quickly. "You've been offline a long time. Earth is gone. We found your signal." Another pause. Then a quiet response, more human than machine. "Gone." Wren glanced at the readings. Captain, the consciousness is waking up. Neural links are realigning. She's fully rebooting. A hum spread through the floor. Weapons systems powered up. Engines vibrated. And for the first time in 300 years, the warship Titan began to move. She's waking up the whole ship, Sarl warned. No, said Arath, her eyes fixed on the flickering screen. She is the ship. A new display appeared. Threat proximity warning. Unknown dimensional anomaly detected. Then came the final message. They're coming back. And with that, the ship roared to life and the galaxy shifted forever. The ship's lights glowed brighter as systems came online one by one. The Titan was no longer silent. The walls hummed with life. The floor vibrated under the salvage team's boots. Something was happening, something big. Captain Arath and her crew stood frozen in the command room, watching the screens light up. Dozens of displays now showed strange symbols and star charts, rotating too fast to track. The voice returned, smoother now, stronger. This is Commander Lisa Rain of the Earth Defense Force. Confirm identity. Arath took a slow breath. We're not human. We're from the Varelian Guild. We found your signal. Your ship. We mean no harm. A pause. Then Lisa's voice again, this time less robotic. Not human. Then it really has been that long. Ren stepped forward. You've been offline for centuries. We found your ship drifting. But your mind, it was still active. Still alive. How is that possible? I volunteered, Lisa said quietly. In Earth's final days. My body was failing, but my mind, they preserved it. Integrated it with Titan. I became the ship's core. The only way to keep fighting after everything fell. Her voice trembled for just a second. Then it steadied. But Earth is gone. You said it. That means we lost. Arath stepped closer to the main console. We don't know what happened to your world. Only fragments remain. No one ever found survivors. But we know your people fought. Your name, your ship. It's been whispered in ruins, data fragments, and buried wrecks. You were legends. Lisa was silent for a long moment. When she spoke again, her voice was softer. We tried. Gods, we tried. A low beep echoed across the room. Warning. Dimensional anomaly at long-range sensors. Arath turned sharply to Ren. What's that? He checked the readings. A rift. Opening about one system away. Energy readings are... I've never seen numbers like this. Lisa's voice dropped into a whisper. The Veil. They're back. The room went cold. Sarl's voice came through on comms from the Wanderlight, still docked to the Titan's hull. Captain, we're getting those readings too. Something is warping space. Something big. Arath looked up at the ceiling. Lisa, tell us, what are the Veil? They're not ships. Not life forms. They don't come to conquer. They come to erase. They twist the laws of physics, consume energy, mass, light, time. Earth fought them for a decade. We lost everything. You were left behind? I volunteered, Lisa said again, voice steadier now, to become something more. Titan was our last weapon. A thinking warship. I was meant to hold the line, to warn others if they returned. And now they have, said Ren grimly. Then I do what I was built to do, said Lisa. I fight. The ship began moving slowly at first, then faster. Without touching controls, without crew, the Titan set a new course, directly toward the growing anomaly. Arath grabbed a nearby console. What are you doing? I'm responding to a threat, said Lisa. You brought me back. Now I do what I must. You don't even know what's on the other side of that rift. I don't need to. I've seen it before. Ren's eyes widened as more data poured in. Captain, that rift is expanding. Stars are dimming near it. It's spreading like a shadow. Arath made a decision. We go with her. Sarl's voice crackled over the calm. Are you serious? Yes, Arath said. She may be all that stands between this galaxy and whatever erased her world. We came here for salvage. We found something else. Something that might save us. The Titan's weapons powered up, glowing with blue-white energy. It didn't fire. Not yet. It was charging something. Preparing. Lisa spoke again. My systems are old. I was never meant to act alone. I need information. Help. Eyes on the ground. Will your people stand with me? Irath looked around at her crew. Tired. Scared. But still standing. She nodded. We didn't expect this. But we're here. We're not human. But we won't run. Lisa's voice changed again. More human than machine now. There was warmth in it. Gratitude. Then let's show them what we can do. The Titan accelerated, engines roaring for the first time in centuries. The salvage ship followed close behind, tethered by loyalty more than by cables. Ahead of them, the stars flickered, and the darkness waited. The rift looked like a tear in the sky. From a distance, it was just a black smudge against the stars. But as the Titan drew closer, the truth became clear. It wasn't a hole in space. It was something worse, alive. Swirling darkness moved like a slow storm, reaching out with thin tendrils that pulsed with flickers of red and purple light. Around the edges, starlight bent and twisted, as if reality itself was warping. One of the smaller moons nearby had already vanished. Nothing remained. No debris, no echo, just absence. On the Titan's bridge, Captain Irath stared at the screen. Even she, hardened by years of deep space work, felt a chill in her bones. That thing, it's eating space, said Ren quietly. Lisa's voice came through the ship system, calm but tense. Not space, matter, energy, time. It doesn't consume like a beast. It unravels. Irath turned to the console. Can we stop it? Lisa paused. Maybe. I was built for this. But the weapon systems haven't been used in centuries. I'll need time to charge the resonance array. It's the only thing that worked before. How long? 6 minutes, Lisa said. But we won't be alone that long. The veil knows I'm here now. A long, low sound echoed through the hull, like a deep groan from the void itself. Then, without warning, the tendrils began to move. Slowly at first, then faster. They reached across space, heading straight for the Titan. They're targeting us, Ren said. They see us. Let them, said Lisa. That's what I want. Suddenly, the ship jerked. A tendril had made contact. The lights flickered. The air felt thick. Strange patterns appeared on the walls, shapes that shimmered like liquid and made no sense to the eye. Reality distortion, Lisa warned. They're trying to pull us in. Irath gripped the railing. Can we shake them? I'll try, but you need to stay inside the command ring. If the distortion hits full strength, your bodies can't handle it. You mean we'll die? No, Lisa said. Worse. You'll forget what it means to be. The Titan's engines roared as Lisa pushed the ship into a spin, trying to break the tendril's grip. A blast of energy shot from the lower cannon, slicing off a piece of the dark mass. The piece didn't fall away. It simply stopped existing. They can be hurt, Ren said in shock. Lisa corrected him. No, they can be disrupted. Hurt implies they care. The tendrils came again. This time, 2 latched onto the rear of the ship. The floor shook. Systems screamed warnings. Sparks flew from one of the panels. Resonance array at 52%, Lisa announced. Keep them busy. Irath turned to her crew. We're not soldiers, but we're not helpless. Find anything useful. Anything that can distract or blind those things. Sarl patched into one of the auxiliary weapon panels. I've got something. Old signal flares. They're used for mining, but might mess with the Veil's vision. Launch them, said Irath. Bright bursts of orange and green light fired from the hull. The tendrils paused, uncertain, twitching like insects startled by sudden light. Lisa used the chance to fire another energy blast. The rift pulsed, flickering like a dying flame. That did something, Ren yelled. But the moment didn't last. The rift opened wider. From inside, something massive began to emerge, like a ship made of shadows and silence. It had no clear shape. This form shifted every second, never the same, like it didn't belong to this world. The ship's sensors couldn't lock onto it. The system didn't know how to measure something that refused to exist the same way twice. It's a scout construct, Lisa said quietly. I've seen them before. If we don't stop this one, more will come. How long? Irath asked. Resonance array at 91%. Hold them back just a little longer. The Titan fired all remaining energy blasts. The tendrils screamed, if silence could scream, and backed away from the weapons. The shadow ship surged forward. Captain, Sarl shouted. It's trying to override our systems. We're losing shielding, Ren yelled. It's draining our power. Lisa's voice came over the speaker, now loud and strained. Array ready. Firing now. A deep, ringing hum shook the ship from the inside out. A ripple of blue energy burst from the core of Titan, expanding fast in every direction like a wave across water. As it touched the darkness, the shadows split and cracked like glass. The rift began to close. The scout ship twisted, tried to flee, but the wave caught it. Its form collapsed into light, then into nothing. Within seconds, the tendrils vanished. The sky returned. The stars blinked back into view. Silence returned. Lisa spoke again, her voice exhausted. They're not gone. That was one. But we're not helpless anymore. Irath looked at the screen. Her hands were shaking. They'd survived. Barely. Ren stepped beside her. We need to warn the others. Irath nodded. And find out how many of these things are still out there. Lisa's voice, faint but steady, answered them both. I can help, but I need to find the others. The ones like me. The ones who chose to become ships. We were never meant to fight alone. The salvage crew didn't sleep that night. None of them could. The Titan was calm again, floating silently in space, but the weight of what they had seen pressed hard on every thought. Captain Irath sat in the command ring, staring at the faded stars beyond the viewport. The veil. It sounded like a myth, something whispered in the dark. But now it was real, and they had barely survived. Lisa's voice broke the silence. I've completed a deep scan of nearby space. The energy signature from that rift didn't go unnoticed. Others may be watching now, listening. Irath turned to face the main screen. You mean the veil might come back already? No, Lisa said. I mean someone else might have seen the weapon we just used, and they may come looking for it. Irath narrowed her eyes. Aliens? Possibly. Or others like me. Ren stepped into the room, holding a datapad. I've been going through the old logs you recovered from the core. There were more mine ships, not just Titan. Lisa, how many were there? 9 successful, Lisa replied. 9 human volunteers became ships. I was the last. Irath stood. So you think they might have survived too? I don't know, Lisa said. We scattered across space before the final battle. If they followed their protocols, they went into deep stasis like me, hidden, waiting. Ren looked up from his datapad. I think I found something. A faint signal, buried under layers of radiation interference. Very old. But the format matches Titan's original beacon. Coordinates, 4 systems away. Everyone looked at the screen. The map zoomed out, showing the nearby star systems. The signal was weak, barely a whisper, but it was there. Could be one of the others, said Ren. Or a trap, said Sarl, joining them. We just fired the most powerful human weapon in history. Someone might be baiting us. Irath crossed her arms. Either way, we can't ignore it. If there's even a chance that another one of Lisa's kind is out there, we have to check. Lisa spoke again, her voice almost hopeful. Then let's go. The Titan set course for the signal. The journey took several hours at sublight speed. Lisa explained she didn't want to use full warp yet. Not until she was sure the systems could handle another push. The ship was still waking up, still healing. During the journey, the crew moved carefully. The Titan felt alive in more ways than one. Lights dimmed or brightened as they walked. Doors opened before they reached them. Felt like walking through someone's memories. Irath spent her time in the command ring, speaking often with Lisa. She wanted to understand her. This mind ship, this person who had once walked on Earth and now was a ship. Did it hurt? Irath asked one evening. Becoming this? Lisa paused, then answered slowly. Yes, first. But then, it felt like flying, like thinking in every direction at once, like being a star. Irath nodded. Still, it was a sacrifice. Lisa's voice softened. It was a choice. Earth was dying. We all gave something. I just gave differently. As the Titan neared the signal source, the tension grew. They entered a small system with 2 suns and a broken asteroid belt. The signal was clearer now, but still strange, choppy and irregular, as if the source was damaged or unstable. There, Ren pointed, inside that asteroid field. One large object, buried deep in the rocks. The Titan slowed as it approached. It didn't take long to find it. Another ship, larger than the Titan, but clearly from the same design family. Black hull, sharp lines, dead silent. The nameplate was barely readable, covered in dust and impact scars. EDF Arclight. Irath frowned. Looks dead. No, Lisa said, and her voice dropped. It's not. I know that ship. That was Commander Jalen Cross. He and I served together. Can you wake him up? Ren asked. I can try. Lisa reached out digitally. Data flickered across the screens. The signal handshake began. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the arc light lit up. But something was wrong. Instead of smooth power-up patterns, the ship surged with unstable energy. Lights flickered wildly. Static poured through the speakers. Then a voice came through. Broken. Distorted. Who dares approach this vessel? Lisa's tone shifted sharply. That's not right. That's not Jalen. Something's wrong with his mind. Irath leaned forward. Can you shut it down? No, Lisa said. He's awake, but corrupted. His systems, his mind, have decayed. The arc light moved suddenly. Weapons charged. Targeting us, Ren warned. Weapons online. Lisa said just one word. Run. And Titan turned. The Titan spun hard, engines roaring as it pulled away from the asteroid field. Behind them, the arc light came to life like a waking beast, its hull glowing with unstable energy. Red lights pulsed across its surface, weapons locking on. Incoming fire! Ren shouted. A blast of white-hot energy tore through space where the Titan had just been. The shockwave rocked the ship, alarms blaring. Shields holding, Sarl reported, gripping the edge of her console. But barely. Keep us moving, Irath barked. Another blast lit up the stars. This time it clipped their aft stabilizers. The Titan jolted, shuddering under the impact. That was too close, Ren said. We can't outrun it forever. Lisa's voice was grim. We won't. We can't. The arc light was faster than me even before the decay. Irath turned to the nearest display. Then what? Fight it. Lisa didn't answer at first. Then, Jalen was my friend. But whatever's inside that ship now, it's not him. I have to stop him. You said his mind was corrupted, Irath said. Maybe there's a way to save him? No, Lisa replied. Too much damage. His thoughts are looping, broken, like a mirror shattered and glued back wrong. He's locked in a defense protocol, and he sees us as a threat. Another blast grazed their flank. Sparks flew from a ceiling panel. Ren swore and ducked as a screen exploded behind him. I can't keep this up, Sarl shouted. He's hurting us, trying to trap us between those asteroid clusters. Lisa's voice dropped. He's using old tactics, tricks we practiced together. That means I can predict him. You think you can outmaneuver him? Irath asked. No, Lisa said, but I can lead him where we want him. The Titan turned sharply, engines flaring, diving toward the densest part of the asteroid belt. Wait, what are you doing? Ren shouted. That's a debris storm. Exactly, Lisa said. It's unstable, full of shattered ice and metal. Dangerous for both of us. But I'm smaller. Nimbler. You're also beat up, Sarl reminded her. I only need one shot, Lisa said. Trust me. The Titan plunged into the field, weaving between tumbling rocks. Asteroids the size of buildings flew past them, some missing by meters. Alarms screamed, but Lisa stayed steady. Behind them, the Arclight followed. It crashed through the debris field like a juggernaut, pushing smaller rocks aside, but its movements were jagged, wrong. The ship seemed to flicker now, parts of it glitching in and out of normal space. Something's happening to him, Ren muttered. It's like he's tearing apart from inside. His systems were never meant to stay online this long, Lisa said. And now he's pushing them beyond their limit. Suddenly, a warning appeared on the main display. A gas pocket, volatile and pressurized, was trapped between two colliding asteroids, dead ahead. Lisa's voice was calm. Perfect. What? Eroth said. I'm going to fire one shot. When I do, brace for the shock. Lisa waited until the Arclight was almost directly behind them. Then she fired. The shot hit the gas pocket dead on. It exploded. The blast wave ripped through the asteroid field, hurling debris in every direction. The Titan bucked violently, thrown forward by the force, but Lisa had already angled the ship for the impact. They skidded through the chaos, barely intact. The Arclight wasn't so lucky. The explosion sent it spinning. Chunks of rock slammed into its hull. Fire burst from its engines. Then, without warning, the ship flickered and vanished from normal space. What just happened? Ren shouted. He jumped, Lisa said softly. Uncontrolled. His systems must have triggered an emergency phase shift. He's not here anymore. Is he dead? Sarl asked. I don't know, Lisa admitted. But he's gone. For now. The asteroid field quieted behind them. Slowly, the Titan emerged into clear space. The stars were calm again. Eroth sat down, breathing hard. That was too close. Ren collapsed into his seat. I'll never complain about salvage jobs being boring again. Sarl managed a weak laugh. Same. Lisa spoke again. This time, her voice was quieter. Said, Jalen was one of the best. He volunteered for the Mindship program when no one else would. We trained together. We made promises. Eroth looked at the main screen, where the Arclight had vanished. You think others might have gone the same way? I hope not, Lisa said. But we have to be ready. Then we need to find them first, Eroth said. Lisa agreed. The signals are weak. But if I can reach one, I might reach the others. Somewhere out there, the rest of the Titans may still be waiting. Eroth stood up again, her voice steady now. Then let's go wake them up. And with that, the Titan turned toward the next signal, heading once more into the unknown. The next signal was faint, fainter than the last. Lisa spent nearly a full day tracking it, sorting through interference and cosmic noise. It wasn't a steady beacon, pulsed once every few hours, barely noticeable. But it was human. That was enough. The crew of the Titan gathered in the command ring, watching the map rotate around a quiet corner of space. One yellow sun, two rocky planets, no major traffic, no signs of civilization, just one strange object in high orbit around the second planet. There it is, Lisa said. Signals coming from that orbital shadow. Ren squinted at the display. Looks like a small station. It's not, Lisa replied. It's another mine ship. But this one, it's not moving. Captain Eroth frowned. Is it dead? Could be dormant. Could be waiting. Lisa paused. Or damaged. They approached slowly. The object came into view through the front viewport. It looked like a satellite at first. Just a dark, jagged shape with broken panels and a long central spine. But as they got closer, it became clear that it was something far more advanced. Or once had been. Pieces were missing. The hull was cracked open in places. There were burns across one side. Something had hit it hard. That's not a mine ship, Ren said. That's a wreck. No, Lisa said softly. That's Odyssey. She was our scout class. Fast, light, built for speed and stealth. Commander Ilya Day piloted her. Can you wake her? Irath asked. I can try, Lisa said. She reached out again through the data streams that only a mindship could use. Silence answered at first. Then faintly a flicker, a whisper of code, a weak handshake. Ilya? Lisa asked through the stream. It's Lisa. From Titan. No answer. Then something blinked. One light on the damaged hull came to life. But it didn't stay on. Instead, every light across Odyssey's body flashed once. Then went dark again. Then a voice came through the comm. No entry. No access. This unit is compromised. Lisa's voice tensed. That's an autolock protocol. She's trapped in a loop. She's still in there, but her systems are sealed. Irath leaned forward. Can we get to her? I might be able to override it, Lisa said. But I need to be closer. Direct link. You want to dock with that? Ren asked. That thing looks like it's one good bump away from falling apart. I'll be careful, Lisa said. The Titan moved slowly, inching toward Odyssey. Docking clamps extended, gripping onto what little stable structure remained. Airlock sealed. Irath stood with Ren and Sarl near the boarding door. We'll go in. If there's a way to help her, we'll find it. Inside Odyssey, the lights were dim. Air was thin. Dust floated in weightless pockets. The ship felt empty but not dead, like it was holding its breath. They passed broken panels, shattered wires, and shattered screens. Most doors were locked. The walls flickered with dying energy. Bridge is up ahead, Ren said, checking his scanner. That's where her core systems are. As they entered the bridge, they saw it. A glowing cylinder at the center of the room, cracked but still intact. That was Ilya, her mind, her heart. Lisa's voice came through their earpieces. That's the neural core. Plug me into it. I'll try to reach her. Irath nodded and handed Ren the cable. He connected it. The lights flickered. Then, for the first time, another voice filled the ship. Faint, raspy. Lisa, is that you? Ilya, Lisa replied, voice shaking. I'm here. You're not alone. The lights steadied. A hum returned to the walls. I thought I was gone, Ilya said. They hit me hard. I lost control. The veil. They found me. I ran. I hid. I locked myself down. You did the right thing, Lisa said. You survived. That's all that matters now. No, Ilya said. There's more. Before I shut down, I saw something. The crew listened closely. They've built something. A nest. A gate. Not far from here. It's growing, feeding off stars. They're preparing to bring more of themselves through. Irath's face turned pale. How big? Ilya's voice was soft. Big enough to erase everything. Lisa spoke firmly. We'll stop them. Together. The light from the neural core pulsed gently. I'm with you, Ilya said. And the Odyssey, broken but alive, began to glow once more. The two ships drifted side by side, Titan and Odyssey. One large and scarred, the other small and broken, both now awake and watching the stars. For the first time in centuries, two human mineships had connected again. Back on the Titan, Captain Irath stood at the main display, arms crossed. A red marker blinked in the corner of the star map. The location Ilya had described. It wasn't far, just 2 jumps away. Ren looked uneasy. This nest, she mentioned. Do we even know what it is? Lisa answered from the ship's core. Not exactly, but if it's pulling energy from stars, then it's not just a gateway, it's a factory. A staging point. They're preparing to bring in more of themselves. Sarl frowned. Can we even stop something that big? We don't have a choice, said Irath. Beside them, Ilya's voice came through the speakers. Still soft, but stronger now. I've scanned it before. It's not stable yet. Still growing. That's our window. If we strike now, we may collapse it before it fully opens. Irath nodded. Then we hit it fast, before it knows we're coming. The two ships made the jump together. When they emerged on the other side, they found themselves in a system where the sun was no longer shining. What had once been a bright yellow star was now dim, covered in shadow. Around it, pieces of shattered moons and scorched planets floated like broken bones. And there it was, the nest, a swirling mass of darkness, wrapped in pulsing red lines, like veins. It stretched across space like a web, anchored to dying stars and orbiting rocks. In the center, a large tear flickered, a rift not yet complete, but nearly ready. "They're building a portal," Ren whispered. "A massive one." Irath stared at the screen. "And if that opens, we're done." Ilya's voice cut in. "They haven't seen us yet. We can use that." Lisa responded immediately. "We split up. I'll draw attention. Ilya, you find the weak points. Irath, get your crew to safety. This isn't your fight." Irath stepped forward. "It is now. We're not leaving." "You're not built for this," Lisa said. "You don't have the armor, the firepower." "But we have each other," Irath interrupted. "2 human ships, 1 alien crew. 1 cause." There was silence for a second. Then Ilya spoke. "Let's finish this." The Titan charged first, flying straight at the web of shadow. Tendrils reached out to grab her, but Lisa was ready. Blue-white blasts tore through the dark strands, slicing them apart before they could wrap around the hull. From the side, Odyssey darted in and out of cover, her smaller frame perfect for tight maneuvers. She fired pinpoint shots at key nodes, energy points that held the structure together. The nest reacted. The entire mass shivered. The rift pulsed brighter. A low hum filled the system, rising in pitch like a scream building up. "They know," Ilya said. "They know we're here." On the Titan, systems began to overload. Sparks flew. Walls shook. Lisa grunted from the control chamber. "I can hold a few more minutes," she said. "But not much longer." "We're close," Ilya said. "Just one more core node. Cover me." Lisa spun Titan around, placing herself between Ilya and the growing mass of dark tendrils. Blasts struck her side. The hull cracked, but she held her position. "Now!" she shouted. Odyssey sped forward. One last shot aimed straight at the pulsing center of the nest. The shot landed. The nest shook. The red lines snapped. The web twisted inward, collapsing on itself. The rift flickered wildly, and then it began to close. All at once, the light was blinding. A shockwave rolled out in every direction. Titan and Odyssey were thrown back like leaves in a storm. Then silence. The nest was gone. The rift gone. The star slowly began to glow again. On the bridge of the Titan, Irath sat still, breathing hard. "Status?" she asked. Ren checked his screen. "Minor damage. Core stable. We're okay." Sarl added, "Odyssey's pinging us. She's intact. We all made it." Lisa's voice came through, tired but calm. "We stopped it." Ilya chimed in. "For now." Irath nodded. "They'll try again." "Yes," Lisa agreed. "But we'll be ready." "We?" Irath asked. "You and your crew. Me, Ilya, and maybe more if we find them. The Titans weren't meant to fight alone." Irath smiled. "Then we won't. Not anymore." Out in space, the 2 ships turned toward the stars. There were more signals out there. More mines. More ships. More pieces of a lost humanity waiting to be found. The war wasn't over, but the silence was. And now humanity was coming back, one voice at a time.